Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm building something for my wizarding save file again, and this time it's the Ministry of Magic in a sense. So it's not everything of it. I just wanted to do 2 levels, and those levels are the Atrium and the Department of Mysteries. So we can see the department in the movies in the 5th one, and we can also see the atrium, and we also have descriptions of the Department of Mysteries and the rooms there in the 5th book. So there's quite a lot of information to go on, and I decided to do those 2 things, those 2 floors essentially of the ministry. And as you can see at the moment I'm in the Department of Mysteries, and I decided to build it in the basement because I didn't want any windows into the department. So at the moment I'm building the circular rooms with all the doors to the different rooms, and now I'm building the Hall of Prophecy. And for that, of course, I would have needed some prophecy balls, but well, I can't really do that. I don't have such an object in the game. But in the pictures from the movies, you can see that there's quite a lot of light coming from the prophecy, so I thought maybe I could look at the lights. And then I found the circular ones and I just used them for that. And as you can see in the corner there that I put quite a lot of lights in that room. Now I'm in the time turner room, at least I dubbed it that, and I put in a lot of those stones in there because I wanted to mimic the sand that is in the time turner, and I thought, well, maybe they were getting the sand from those stones. That was the theory that I put behind that. This one with the fountain is the love room, and it only has 1 door into it, and it's always locked, at least according to the description that we have. And here I'm building the death room, so the room with the whale, and yeah, I'm just putting the whale together with a curtain and an archway, and I sized up one of the coffee tables to mimic like the raised up portion of that room, and yeah, then I put some stones there. And here I'm in the brain room. So as we know that Ron Weasley was attacked by the brains and got some scars from it, I think that was the case. And yeah, I put some some frogs as the tentacle objects, and also some of the alien aquariums, space slugs and stuff in there to mimic that. And I also moved up, and I put in so I decided the atrium needed to be 2 stories tall, at least the middle part where the fountain is, because otherwise it would have been not quite accurate enough for me. And yeah, I decided that the rooms that we can see from the pictures would be offices. Yeah, I made them that, and of course we also needed some toilets there. So in the corner where it's like a little bit small, too little space for an office, I put bathroom stairs with just 1 toilet and a sink, and all the corners have those bathrooms. And then the other corners, the ones that were even too small for bathrooms, I put as storage areas. So yeah, the offices, and the part around it is the hallway to the offices. This is the part where they can flew in, so the fireplaces to get into the ministry. And then the middle part, there will be a fountain that I put in later. At the moment I'm just putting in some windows into the atrium, and I decided that I could just copy the rooms because they are all equal, they all have the same shape, so I wouldn't need to do it everywhere. So I will just make one type of room each. So this one I make, and then I put in the basic furniture, and then I copy it, and afterwards I will make it so there is a little bit of personality there. So I will put in some different rugs, some personal items. Then I have two different kinds of offices, one for one person and one for two person. So as you can see, this one is for one person, and I just imagined that, well, some people need an office for themselves, or get an office for themselves, and others don't. And for this office, I decided that I also wanted to have a flipped version of it, so I built it twice, not once, like with the two-person office, but the other, otherwise I copied it. And then I have one other office, and this is one of the one-person office in, so I used two of those in a sense. So normally I would have split this room into two offices, but I decided that one of them could be like a fancy office for the big boss or something. So of course I did that in a special place. So this is the place where it goes to the it's above the fireplaces, so it even has a special place. And yeah, now I'm just putting in the rugs to make it a little bit more distinct. I cut most of that out just to save some time, and now I'm decorating a little bit more. So I put in plants and stuff, so I already did all that, but I cut most of it out. Now I'm trying to decide how to do the fountain, because the fountain was quite distinctive. But then I wasn't quite sure how to do it, so I searched for different kinds of fountains, but this one was a little bit too weird, it didn't really fit. But then I remembered that there would be something in the debug menu, so I decided to do it later, and I decided to change the layout of the fireplace area to fit in columns and arches there, to make it a little bit more interesting in that area than just having fireplaces. And then I also needed, here I'm opening the debug menu and searching for stuff to put there. So I didn't immediately search for the fountains, but I rather just searched through the menu, and everything that I thought would be appropriate to use I put in. So this is more of the personalization of the structures, of the offices. So yeah, I put in everything that I thought, and as you can see, I also have done a lot of the landscaping already. And here you can see that I found the fountains, the two that were available, and now I'm deciding which one to use and also decorating it. So I decided that the writer statue would be like the wizard, and the girl would be like the subservient muggles or something, I don't know. I remember that the statue was quite weird, so there were, I think, muggles and house elves and also centaurs. So I put in the horse statue as well, and some other kinds of statues to mimic different races that were just looking up to that wizard. I think it's quite a weird statue to have, but of course I wanted to make it as close to what was described as possible. And then I also wanted to change it to a museum, so I needed to put in an easel as well, and I made that one of the personal touches in the offices. And now I'm finished. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I hope you like it. You can look at it and download it from the gallery. My ID is TGGSims, same as my YouTube channel name. I also hope that you like the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. Have a great week. Bye!